From the very beginning, humanity has declared with certainty, God created all things, time, space, life. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning of everything. But a forbidden question echoes, if God created everything, who created God? Modern science, challenging ancient certainties, begins to probe the possibility of realities older than the divine consciousness itself. Religion stands firm in its declaration. God had no beginning and will have no end. However, between unwavering faith and the restlessness of human reason, a silent battle is growing. Could there be something even older than God himself? This is the provocative question guiding our reflection in this video. Modern science today confirms the Big Bang was the starting point of the universe we know. But this statement on its own is not the definitive answer to what existed before everything. Each new discovery expands the notion that our cosmos may be but a small part of an unimaginably vaster story, a delicate thread in cosmic cycles that precede our very conception of time. Recent theories, based on observable clues, suggest the existence of so-called pre-universe sentire realities that were born, lived, and perished long before the formation of our current universe. These are complete cosmic ages, involving the creation and destruction of entire worlds, on such monumental scales that our best instruments can only catch faint echoes of their existence. Science, once limited to the idea of a singular beginning, now turns its attention to the concept of endless cycles. In the world's most advanced laboratories, terms like multiverse, primordial void, and ancient cosmic structures have ceased to be mere philosophical speculations. They have become respected fields of study. What seemed absurd only a few decades ago now dominates discussions at leading universities like Harvard, MIT, and Caltech. And even more unsettling, gravitational wave detectors such as LIGO and Virgo have captured signals that don't fit traditional models of cosmic formation. Signals so ancient that they seem to come from realities predating even the concept of time as we know it. Some physicists propose that these gravitational echoes are fragments of events that occurred before the beginning events that cannot even be organized into a comprehensible timeline. They point to ruptures, forgotten memories of a reality that seems absurd to us, the reality that the universe may have been born from another universe, and this one from another, and so on. Faced with this expansion of consciousness, an inevitable question arises. If our universe had a clear beginning, what existed before it? An infinite field, a raw, shapeless energy without purpose, or something that transcends even these ideas? If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Now back to the video. Humanity's quest now crosses the final frontier, the invisible. In silent laboratories at the far corners of the world, scientists are attempting to tear the veil of creation. They're not only looking to the past, but challenging the very concept of time itself. Their eyes turn to dimensions not shaped by seconds, meters, or particles. Dimensions where reality, as we know it, may have been born. In this realm of speculation and audacity, an unsettling theory emerges. Formless, timeless worlds, suspended in a nothingness denser and more laden with potential than anything ever observed. From this profound nothing, the concept of the primordial void is born, an immense, silent, formless expanse that existed even before the idea of existence itself. An invisible womb where past, present, and future might have been gestated in absolute silence. But the discoveries go beyond theory. Recent research in quantum physics has revealed zones of the universe where known laws simply break down. Places where gravity behaves irrationally, where time seems to stagnate or accelerate without logical explanation. These anomalous points suggest the presence of something even older, more primitive, more essential than anything modern science has dared to comprehend. And amid these attempts at explanation, a question rises with the force of thunder in a silent storm. Who came first? Did the void create God, or was it God who created the void? For faith, which has endured for millennia, the answer is as firm as rock. God is not subject to time, space, or matter. He is before all realities. If the primordial void existed, it was because God brought it into existence. He is the absolute creator of the visible, the invisible, the unfathomable, and the eternal. In the narrative of faith, the universe is not a product of chance. It is not the work of impersonal forces. It is the result of a sovereign and conscious decision. At a moment when even the concept of nothing made no sense, God commanded, and being came to exist. His power precedes any idea of beginning. His dominion is complete over everything that has been, is, and will be. While science relies on time to explain causes and effects, faith points to a being that is the cause without a cause, the beginning without a beginning. God simply is. No scientific advancement, no matter how deep, can cross the barrier of eternity. Every new theory, whether about infinite multiverses or parallel realities, only reinforces the need to recognize a supreme principle, a force that exists in and of itself, independent of anything else. Before the first vibration echoed in the void, before the first light shone in the absolute darkness, God was already the eternal light. He is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. Nothing, no galaxy, no atom, no alternate reality would have emerged without his absolute command. God is not a product of the universe. The universe is the product of his word. He is the invisible sustenance of all things, not just what exists, but also what could have existed and even what will never exist. While scientists comb through matter and time, searching for what preceded creation, faith remains unwavering. God never began, he simply is. But even with all this search for the origin of the universe, there remains a greater mystery, the existence of human consciousness. If the entire universe truly emerged from nothing, how can we explain the existence of the self, this consciousness that dreams, suffers, and loves? How can we justify feelings like justice, morality, and sacrifice? No mathematical formula, no cutting-edge experiment has been able to define the origin of the soul. Science can map the functioning of neurons, locate specific areas of the brain, but it stumbles in the face of the mystery of self-awareness. If we are merely cosmic dust, the result of universal chance, why do we yearn for eternity? Why do we sacrifice our existence for invisible ideals that transcend simple survival? The soul cannot be seen through telescopes, nor measured by any instrument. It remains a living proof that there is something in us that transcends flesh and blood. And this is just the beginning. Modern physics, in its greatest discoveries, only confirms what the Bible proclaimed millennia ago. When scientists understood that time, space, and matter emerged simultaneously at the origin of the universe, they merely recognized what was recorded in the first verse of Genesis. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. There was no matter before time. There was no space before matter. These three elements emerged together, intertwined in a balance that defies any casual interpretation. Each component depends on the other to exist, revealing an intelligent design, planned with absolute precision. Each fragment that makes up the vast universe, from the tiniest quark to the immensity of the largest galaxy, operates under invisible, rigid, and unchanging laws. There is no improvisation in the structure of the cosmos. Fundamental forces such as gravity, electromagnetism, and the strong and weak nuclear interactions obey a symphony of absolute precision. This perfection is not a product of chance. It is the unmistakable and clear signature of a supreme mind that governs all. When observing the universe, it is impossible to find true chaos. From the molecular level to the grand dance of planets, from the flawless orbits of stars to the invisible vibrations of matter, everything resounds ceaselessly with the name of its creator. The origin of time, space, and matter cannot be reduced to blind coincidence. This creation perfectly reflects the essence of the divine Trinity as revealed by the Christian faith. Three distinct persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, coexisting in perfect harmony. Just as the Trinity is indivisible, so too the universe was shaped in an inseparable structure, reflecting in its order and complexity the supreme and invisible reality of God Himself. From the smallest living being to the farthest star, all creation is a powerful, silent evidence of this eternal truth. There are no accidents in the universe. The cosmos is the majestic work of an infinite intelligence, a constant proclamation of the glory of its author. The colorful nebulas of almost unimaginable beauty, the intricate complexity of microscopic cells, the crystalline symmetry found in nature, each detail screams with overwhelming force that there is a greater purpose. None of this could have arisen without an author, without a supreme consciousness guiding each process, each law, each manifestation of life. The more science advances, the more it faces an unavoidable conclusion. There is an eternal creator. The precision and beauty revealed in the depths of the universe leave no space for chance. Every new scientific discovery, rather than weakening faith, only confirms what the Bible has already proclaimed for millennia. There is a plan, there is a reason, there is a God who sustains all reality. Science and faith, far from being enemies, are two paths leading to the same truth. God manifests Himself in all visible and invisible things. No theory based on quantum fluctuations, gravitational fields, or any other materialist explanation can touch the deepest mystery, human consciousness. The simple fact of knowing that we exist, of loving, of suffering, of questioning ourselves, is proof that we are connected to something that transcends this physical world. Every human being is an open window to the eternal, a silent and indestructible link to the invisible. The paradox is inevitable. The same atoms that form the stone and the star form our bodies, but only we look to the sky and ask, why? As science deepens, it is forced to acknowledge that there is something in us that surpasses matter, something that death cannot destroy. For millennia, the Bible has already proclaimed God breathed the breath of life into man. We are not just a pile of cells and molecules. We were animated by the divine breath, by the spark of the Creator. To this day, the mystery of consciousness remains a direct and unshakable threat to absolute materialism. The human soul represents a challenge that no purely biochemical theory has been able to overcome. Its existence proves that there is something beyond the flesh and the visible, something that resonates with eternity in the very core of every human being. Long before modern science even conceived theories about the collapse of stars, the thermal end of the universe, or cosmic emptiness, the Bible had already warned about the destruction of the heavens, the trembling of creation, and the final ruin of all known reality. The Book of Revelation anticipated with startling precision what only now scientists are beginning to understand. The universe has a determined end. Phenomena that science describes in a cold and impersonal way, like supernova explosions, black holes devouring stars and light, or cosmic radiation whispering the agony of the universe, are seen by faith as unmistakable signs of a prophesied end. The universe is moving silently and inexorably toward what physicists call the Big Freeze. a cold and irreversible death. However, this collapse will not be purely physical. The Bible reveals that it will also be supernatural. Invisible signs are already accumulating throughout the cosmos. The weakening of nature's fundamental forces, the almost imperceptible slowing down of time in certain regions, all converging toward the moment when the entire universe will bow before its creator. No star will be forgotten, no planet will be spared. Every atom will bear witness to the grand finale of God's supreme glory. In the final judgment, neither the sky nor the earth, nor any living being will escape. The Apocalypse announces not only the end of one world, it describes the collapse of all physical, spiritual, and existential reality. Everything that today seems solid, eternal, and unshakable will vanish. But after the inevitable judgment, a new heaven and a new earth will emerge, purified of all corruption, molded directly by the hands of the Creator. The time, matter, and space that we know will be cast into the fire of divine purification. And before the absolute power of God, no resistance will be possible. The revelation will be complete, universal, irrefutable, definitive. At the end of all things, only God will remain. Every scientific advance, no matter how impressive, only confirms our profound ignorance before the unfathomable vastness of the universe. With every secret unraveled, new, even darker and more elusive questions arise. We discovered the structure of the atom and soon stumbled upon the mystery of dark matter. We deciphered some laws of space, only to be confronted by the accelerated expansion of the cosmos, a phenomenon that challenges previously established logic. The true quest for understanding is born not from the arrogance of those who think they know everything, but from the humility of recognizing how small we are before the infinite. Modern man, prideful of his achievements, intoxicated by the illusion of knowledge, dares to challenge the foundations he barely understands. With formulas and equations, he imagines mastering the mysteries of creation, but his arrogance dissolves in the face of the cosmic winds that sweep through the constellations. God cannot be reduced to formulas nor captured by human equations. He transcends every fragile attempt at explanation. It doesn't matter how many telescopes are launched into space or how many particle accelerators are built. The essence of the Creator will remain beyond the reach of human reason. All the wisdom accumulated by humanity, from ancient inscriptions to artificial intelligence algorithms, is insignificant before the eternity of God. We are but insecure explorers in an endless ocean, trying to map infinity with fragile instruments. And in the end, every human attempt reveals just one inescapable truth. Before the universe and before God, we are nothing. Recognizing our own limits is not a demonstration of weakness. It is the first step toward attaining true faith and also true science. Arrogance blinds, while humility illuminates. True knowledge does not arise from the presumption that we are gods in miniature, but from the deep awareness that we are fragile creatures, too fragile to even scratch the surface of the infinite that surrounds us. We are dust, animated by a divine spark, navigating a universe not designed to be conquered by our limited reason, but to lead us to the contemplation of the mystery that sustains it. Every star that twinkles in the sky, every atom that vibrates in motion, every invisible law that governs cosmic movements, silently echoes, there is something beyond, something unfathomable that calls to us, confronts us, and demands that we recognize we are not the center of existence. We are but a small part of a colossal story, one that began long before our brief existence and will stretch far beyond it. And in this grand narrative, reverence before the Creator is the only path to true understanding. God is the Alpha and the Omega, without beginning and without end. He exists before everything and beyond everything we know or can even imagine. His existence is not limited by time, space, or matter. No force, no energy field, no hidden dimension precedes him. He is before all causes, all events, all realities. Faith declares without hesitation, the Creator was not created. He simply is, unchanging, eternal, absolute, sovereign above all that has ever existed, exists, or will exist. No scientific theory, no matter how complex and audacious, can contain or explain the essence of the eternal being. Each model, each hypothesis, each groundbreaking discovery is, at best, a faint shadow, a distant echo of the true magnitude of Him who sustains all existence. The entire universe, with its countless galaxies, its unfathomable black holes, its seas of stars that are lost in the immensity, is merely a faint expression of God's creativity. Every planet, every molecule, every form of life is a visible signature of the infinite mind of the Creator. All creation, from the smallest atom to the largest galaxy, cluster silently shouts for the majesty of the one who sustains it with absolute precision. The invisible laws that govern the movement of the stars, the order that governs matter, the hidden rhythm that pulses through space and time, all point to a supreme author. And when the final mystery is revealed, when the veils of reality are torn apart and what is hidden becomes visible, we will not find machines, equations, or eternal fields. We will find a throne that dominates not only this universe, but all realities that have ever existed or will ever exist. And upon it, the name of Jesus Christ will be exalted above every name, not only on this earth, but in all worlds, in all dimensions, in all existence. The Lamb, slain before the foundation of the world, will be recognized as the center of all creation. And then, before him, all science, all philosophy, all faith, and all human knowledge will bow in absolute reverence, recognizing that everything that exists, exists for him, through him, and in him. If you enjoyed this content and wish to continue exploring hidden mysteries and stories from the Bible, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This helps us bring more videos like this and reach more people interested in the Bible. Turn on notifications so you won't miss upcoming content, and share this video with friends who might enjoy it. We'll see you in the next one.